So let's look at B. Again, we want to find our y-intercept first. So what is our y-intercept for B? Again, we want to start with y equals, we don't know our slope yet. We want to find our y-intercept first. So looking at B, where does it cross the y-axis? 1. So same thing as A, still plus 1. But what is our slope this time? I can tell it's positive because we're going up from left to right. So from one intersection to another 4-square intersection, it looks like we're going up 1 unit and having a run of 2 units. So we have a rise of 1 and a run of 2. So we have a slope of 1/2. Okay. So then it says for C and D, for each graph, write the linear equation in point slope form. So in this case, point slope form again is y equals mx minus h plus k, where h and k are any point on the line. So let's look at C. Let's find a point, right? If y equals where do we have a point on the line? We have 2 that we can look at pretty easily. What point do we want? We have a y-intercept we can use, and we also have one to the right. What do we want to use? Y-intercept? Sure. Okay. So the y-intercept would be at the point 0 on the x and -4 on the y. So you can say -0, and then -4 on the k. And then what's our slope? If we're going from that point, we have our other point would have been 2, -3. So that means we would have gone up 1 and to the right 2. So if we have a rise of 1 and a run of 2, we have a slope of 1/2. Okay? And we could simplify this down, right? We can say y equals 1/2 x minus 4. That would put us back into slope-intercept form, because we're just subtracting 0 from that point. Right? If we wanted to use our other point, right, it would have been x minus 2 minus 3. That could have been another solution to this problem, right? This is still a point on the line, 2, -3, still same slope. If we distributed this 1/2, we would get back to our slope-intercept form. These two things we can change in between. So let's look at D. What is a point on the line? Let's use something other than our y-intercept this time. Yes? So that would be our y-intercept. Let's use a different value. Okay? Let's use something that's not our y-intercept. -4, 4. It's a good one. So again, opposite of x on the inside. So if it's on -4, we want to go with +4, and then 4 for our y value. So -4, 4 is going to turn into +4 with the x, and +4 on the outside. And then what's our slope going to be? I can tell it's negative, because as we go from left to right, we're going down. We're at 4, or -4, 4. We also have a point at -2, 1. We're going down 3. a slope of negative 3/2. Okay. E and F are exactly what we've been doing. We're just graphing again, so we can skip that on the notes. But now they're just giving us information to write out our equations. Okay, so based on the given information, write a linear equation in slope-intercept form. So G is telling us, given that slope is -2 and the y-intercept is at 0.03, how can we write that in slope-intercept form? What would that equation look like? So again, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. What is n? -2. And what is our b? +3. Okay. So there we go. There's G. Okay. You want to do J, H, or I? Same exact thing for H or I, right? They give you the slope. They give you the y-intercept. You're just going to plug it right in. But let's look at J. J is a little bit different. J says we have an undefined slope and we have the point of 3, is that -4? No, 3, 4. Okay. What does it mean if we have an undefined slope? It's not 0. A slope of 0 is a flat line. They'll tell us they have a slope of 0. So undefined it is a special case, but it's not our horizontal line, it is our vertical line. So if we have a vertical line, that's our undefined slope. So that means it's not going to be in the equation of y equals something, it's going to be in the equation of x equals something. Right? Vertical line, meaning we're not going to cross that y-axis. We're going to be crossing our x-axis. Where do we cross our x-axis? Right. Not at 4, that's our y value. It's going to be at 3. There's our x value. Okay. Because again, if we think about it, we do a quick sketch. Right, we're at the point 3, 4. Again, it's a vertical line. We're just going straight up and down. So x equals 3 would be our line. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so then let's do one of these others. So based on the given information, write a linear equation in point slope form and then change it to slope intercept form. So they're not giving us one of the y-intercepts this time, just giving us a point on the line. We've got to turn that into slope intercept form from point slope. So K, given that the slope is -1/4 and the point of -4/2, we want to plug it into point slope form. So again, point slope form is y equals m x minus h plus k. So we have our m, our h, and our k. We need to plug those into our formula. So y equals our m is -1/4. X stays the same. Minus our h, which is our x value. So -4 plus k, so plus 2. So there's our point slope form, right? We've plugged in our point into our equation. We can distribute that negative. Right? So here's our point slope form. Y equals -1/4 x plus 4 plus 2. To turn that into slope-intercept form, all we've got to do is distribute and then combine our like terms. Okay, so we're going to use our distributive property, so y equals negative 1/4 x. Negative 1/4 times 4 will get us negative 1. We have that plus 2. And again, once we distribute, we want to get rid of those parentheses. So when we combine our like terms, we're going to get y equals negative 1/4 plus 1, and there is our slope-intercept form. Okay, so there's our point slope. Here's our slope-intercept. Okay, but again, that's showing every single step. A lot of you guys could change that sign without having to show that step. You don't have to show every single step, every step of it. You can do something in your head, do it in your head. Okay, let's do one more of these, or a couple more. Pick a letter. What letter do we want to do? Yes. Which one? P. Okay, so let's look at P. So given the 2 points, we have -4, -5, and the point -3, -3. Okay. So this time we aren't given our slope. We've got to find our slope. So how do we find our slope of 2 points? Again, y2 minus y1, so -3 minus 5 over x2 minus x1. Again, if we're subtracting the negative, you can think of them as pluses. Right? We're adding. So we have -3 plus 5 is going to get us 2. -3 plus 4 is going to get us 1. We have a slope of 2. So now we have our slope. Now we need to also find, we can use either point, right? We already have the points, we don't have to find them. We can take either one, it doesn't matter which one, and plug it into point slope. So y equals, we have the slope of 2. It doesn't matter which one, I'm just going to use the -3's. So x plus 3, again, change the sign of our x value on the inside. Keep the sign on the outside. So plus 3 on the inside, minus 3 on the outside. That's our point slope form. And then turn it into slope-intercept form, distribute our 2. So 2 times x, 2 times 3. And then combine our like terms, so y equals 2x plus 3. You guys want to do another one? Or are we good? Again, these are your notes. If you want to do extras, we can. Y'all good?